I think somehow we've secretly convinced women that if they are unhappy at work, they need to become entrepreneurs. And I don't think that's 100% true. I think if you're unhappy at work, entrepreneurship may not be the thing that you're seeking. I think you just simply need options. We've attached the word entrepreneur to having options, and that's usually what someone means, right? Like when you're stepping out from your 9 to 5 job that may be exhausting, it may be draining, you may feel really trapped, you may feel like you're at your wits' end, you may not feel motivated or interested to even do the work that you've been doing for the last like 15 years. And all of that, that's normal. So let me start there. But I think when we're feeling that, we're not exactly saying we want to go from a 9 to 5 to a 9 to 9, which is usually what we see glamorized as the entrepreneurial journey. We're just simply saying we need out. I feel trapped and I need an option. I need a way out of this feeling. I need a way out of this situation. And when you're at the mercy of that one paycheck, you feel like your back is against the wall. So a business is one option. Consulting is an option. Freelancing is an option. Teaching is an option. Building digital products are options. There's so many options. Tutoring, writing is an option. YouTube is an option. Selling a template is an option. All of these things are options. The similarity is the fact that they're all the vehicle. They're all the vehicle to get you to the outcome that you want. They're all the vehicle to get you past one paycheck. They're literally all the vehicle to be able to give you more spaciousness and give you more autonomy, just give you a little more room to breathe. They're the vehicle so that when the day comes, if you want to take PTO time and you don't have it available to take, or maybe it's going to take money from you to try to attempt to use some PTO time that you don't have, because you have options, you feel less bothered. You feel less fazed by that. But when you don't have that option available for you, you feel a little resentful. And I think it definitely changes how you show up at work. And these are some thoughts that I've been sitting with because I've realized that even for myself, entrepreneurship isn't the goal. Freedom is the ultimate goal. Options is the ultimate goal. I just so happen to be using the vehicle that this route is taking me to get there. But I don't want to burn myself out to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to get it wrong. And when I say get it wrong, so often with my jobs, I've allowed my job to come first and then my life comes second. So I created my life, my desires, my free time all around being available for the job. And I don't want that. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that again. I feel like I've learned that lesson in a really hard way. So stepping into any pathway of like doing my own thing or quote unquote being an entrepreneur, it's so important to me that my life is created around the work that I'm doing. When I start coaching clients, my life is created around my true availability and my true desire to work. When I start speaking engagements, my life is created around that ability to travel and do that thing. When I start, doing whatever, I'm putting all this stuff out into the atmosphere, y'all, because all of this has not happened yet. But I'm just saying, when I start designing the life that I want, I have to keep in mind the desire of balance and alignment with my work life too, because I am truly not trying to go from a burnt out 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7, 9 to 8 to a 9 to 9 on the hamster wheel for the sake of being an entrepreneur. And that's just me. And I'm not saying that it's not going to come without work. I'm not saying that it's not going to come without hard time and hard moments or anything like that. It absolutely is. I know it's going to cost something of me, and I'm willing to pay that cost. I think I'm more willing to pay that cost now, taking that leap for myself, than I am continuing to stay in a situation where I do feel trapped. I hope all that makes sense. So what if the goal isn't to build a business? What if the goal is to simply never feel trapped by one paycheck again? And shout out to Suja, who is not sponsored this video. Also just putting this out there for whenever it happens. I've been on a ginger kick, y'all, and I think it's making me happy. This is lemon, ginger, pineapple. This is one of my favorites if I'm not able to make it at home. Because now that I've been able to get a little bit of my time back and I have like less than 30 days left in my job, I said, let me get back on my meal plans. Let me get back in the gym. Let me start taking care of my body because I could tell my digestive system and my stomach has just been very bloated. So, but whatever. That's a conversation for another day. Okay. What if the goal is to simply never feel trapped by one paycheck ever again? Can you imagine how good, how free that will feel? I admire people that live that life. I admire people that are not trapped. I admire people that have options because they have the freedom of their time. And when you have the freedom of your time, you have the freedom to create. You have the time to spend where it matters to you. You have the ability to not rush. I think having options changes a few things. It changes how you negotiate your time. Excuse me. I think it changes how you sleep too, because I've had moments and nights, even this morning, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Woke up this morning already thinking about things about work that I have to do and things that were asked of me and conversations that I've had, and just like starting to already feel many points of exhaustion. Having options changes how you set boundaries with other people. It changes how you walk into work. It's like you walk in with this extra confidence that if for some reason something were to change, that's cool. And I haven't felt that yet, but I'm excited because I'm getting there. And I know I put in my resignation letter. I guess maybe I have been feeling that a little bit lately, if I'm being a little honest. I have. It's like just knowing that I have a little something extra just gives me this like a boost of confidence. It feels like a reassurance. It feels like a security blanket because I've gone through some unexpected layoffs, and let me tell you, it felt like a rug was literally pulled from underneath my feet. Everything was all good. It was hunky-dory. I felt like I had this dream job. Like literally, how could you tell me I didn't have a dream job? I loved what I was doing. I did some meaningful work. I was working in fertility healthcare at the time. I loved the company. I loved everything. It had its hard days and it had its hard moments when I'm having to, meet a certain deadline or hit a certain referral number, because it still had a piece of sales to it with the accounts that I managed. But man, I really enjoyed it until I got that random calendar invite in my email, and log in and boom, there's the news, right? Layoff. So that's that unexpectedness. Something about having options, just it feels like it's an extra form of protection. Almost when you're saving your money and a rainy day actually hits and you're like, dang, it didn't feel as bad as it used to feel. And I think options also changes how you think, because now you have choices. You can choose how long you want to stay. You can choose when you want to go. You can choose your exit plan. You can create that. You can choose if it's time to do something different. You can choose if you want to take a sabbatical. I've read some of y'all's comments. Some of y'all have been on sabbaticals. You've taken your FMLA. Some of y'all have submitted your resignation letter. I've seen it, and I've been trying to comment to everything that I can. And I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I am so happy for you. Like, if I could give you a hug right now, I legit would. And I get a little emotional over these things. Reel it back in, Renee, because it just means so much. It means so much to that person that is like just really fighting to get on the other side. It means so much to that person that's just really wanting to change their life, change their day, change their times. And y'all know I get a little sentimental because it literally reminds me of my breast cancer journey when I was going through that, and just having something that feels so dark and so unknown and so unexpected, but then to be in this space and place where I literally was trapped by a job that was literally like, I think, wearing on my health at the time of my diagnosis. It was so exhausting. It was so taxing. It was so challenging. And I'm like, it should not have to be this hard. But certain individuals I worked with just made it so hard. And and it's like when you are in that moment and then you're applying for 100 different jobs and you're like, none of y'all are hiring. Did nobody look at my resume? All these connections and relationships I got, they're not moving the needle anywhere. Like, Lord, are you still there? Do you hear me? I am knocking. I've called 3 times. I know you have me on Do Not Disturb, so I called back twice. Like, what is going on? I know that feeling so much because that was literally the epitome of the beginning of my journey and battle with breast cancer. So listen, this is why the Build Your First Options cohort is officially open. This is why, because I am not playing, y'all. We have work to do. We got changes to make. You woke up and you knew that something has to change. You want more options for yourself. You know that there has to be more to life than this. And like I said, your options could be anything. Maybe you start YouTube like me, where maybe you finally decide you want it to be visible. And I thought that was the thing at first too. That's why I called it the visibility cohort. But when I sat with it and I prayed about it and I prayed on it and I talked to God, I realized like, no, that's for another time, but that's not for this time right now, because YouTube may not be the vehicle that you want to take. Your vehicle may be consulting. Your vehicle may be finally starting your Substack and getting paid subscribers that way. Your vehicle may be the simple fact that you just want to put something out there in the world. You have been a sonographer for 20 years and now you want to create a couple products and teach a couple women how to get in the field. Your vehicle may be the very thing that got you into your job, skill sets, pay, whatever, off of survival mode, then created provision for you, and then it created a skill set that no one can take away from you, and now you want to use that one option. I don't know, whatever. Your thing is your thing. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. You are going to leave in the 6 weeks with your first option built, created, and put out in the world, and people will know about it. I'm so excited. Okay, so just all of this has truly surprised me, because the day that I started talking on YouTube, just a little pungent. The day that I started talking on YouTube, I didn't have any of these ideas in mind. I didn't look at what I could do as an operations manager. I didn't look at what I had done in retail. I just didn't look at any of that. I'm just like, I'm just going to turn this camera on and I'm just going to start talking. And then I figure it out from there. But that first video upload happened after a breakup. I just knew that he was the man I was going to marry. So I was going through a heartbreak, but I needed something to kind of distract my mind. And when I saw Glow doing the 100 days on YouTube for herself, I was all aboard. I recorded a video, uploaded it in the Barnes & Noble parking lot. It was late at night. Y'all know I love Barnes & Noble. That is my comfort spot. And one video became 50. I celebrated 50. And that then became 100. I celebrated 100. It became me turning 37. I celebrated being 37 on here. And then I celebrated my first $100. And then my first $100 became $500. And then 1,000 subscribers or community members became 2,000 and 3,000. And today we have officially, in 7 months, which is so crazy to me, have garnered a community of over 6,000 of y'all. Never in my life, I have never even sat and spoken to 6,000 people in front of me. And now I literally do this. This is what I do. I am so committed to it because it's been such a true journey and a true testament to what's possible when you don't believe what's possible. And then my first sale turned into my second sale, turned into my third sale. And now I think I'm about to cross the $2,000 mark in literally just a span of a short period of time. I mean, I got monetized on YouTube in 63 days, so I did start generating money, and it was like very slow dollars just building up, and I was like, that's okay, this is great. This is a start, you know, I'm checking off milestones because I've never been here before. I am new here, and I didn't really have a full blueprint to follow. But the coaching that I did have truly helped me so much. And now, I mean, it just did something to me. That first sale did something to my confidence that was so hard for me to try to like put into words. It's been a feeling that's been hard to explain because sometimes I don't think we believe certain things can be like true for us. We see a lot of things happen for a lot of people and then rarely believe that it can happen for us and that like we can be considered, that we are available, that we are worthy, that we're promising. And that's literally how it felt for me. I saw so many other people just skyrocketing on here and just doing really well. And I'm like, you know what if I try that for me? And I felt the nudge, I felt the pull. I tried a couple other platforms, just didn't align. And I just stayed here and I've been here. And here we are 7 months later. And I think that is so amazing. So one choice, one decision quite literally can change your life. It literally can change your life. The decision of the job, the decision of the exit plan, the decision of investing, right? Like YouTube is now compound interest. I can be out and about hanging out with my cousin. Last night we went and looked at his friend's real estate property that's off the water here in Detroit. Very beautiful. And I didn't get a chance to record. And I was like, oh, that's okay. And I look and I still was generating money. I still had more subscribers coming in that found me. The show didn't stop. It's literally like investing because it's growing compound interest. And that, my friend, is how you start to get your time back. For the first time in my life as a 37-year-old woman. So dope. Yeah.